wish. Deputy Caoimhghín.
I have 6 minutes, though I probably won't use it all. Minister, the great Nelson Mandela Madiba once said a nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, and going on to indicate that it is how we treat all within our number. It is timely that we are debating this private member's business here this evening, and I want to commend the Fianna Fáil party for bringing it forward, and I pledge my party's full support for its proposals. Our older people are the bedrock of our society. Those who have contributed so much in building our communities, raising families, working and paying their duty of tax to build a better country, and indeed passing on the knowledge they have learnt and experience they have gained to their younger family members and indeed to younger citizens in general, are deserving of our warmest appreciation. So do we treat our elder citizens with the dignity and respect that they deserve? The answer, unfortunately, has to be no. We have been through horrific economic times, that I acknowledge. We are still bearing the scars. Indeed, the cuts that caused those scars over the last number of years are still bleeding inside. But we can stop this. Revenue returns have improved significantly. We have more money in our public coffers today, which allows government to make choices. The choices they make, however, will inform the judgment of how we as a nation treat our citizens, and very especially our older citizens. The Taoiseach here in this very chamber just last Thursday stated that, and I quote, 6,269 people approved for new or additional home supports were waiting for funding to be made available, unquote. Now this morning, I see that Minister Harris and yourself, Minister Daly, have announced an additional 550 home care packages over the winter period, including additional transitional care beds and €4 million towards requirements for aids and appliances. Is this investment to be welcomed? Of course it is. Is it enough? Absolutely not. This is where it comes down to choice. It is estimated that the current wait time for a home care package averages at 3.5 months. Some of our citizens, some that I know personally, have waited years. 3.5 months, however, is still too long. So what does this tell us? Like in so many other areas of our health service, it exposes a complete lack of capacity and underinvestment. Going on the figures I have cited, and despite today's announcement, the agony for many continues. Of course, I would never call it a gimmick or a stunt, the coincidence of this morning's announcement with this private member's business before the Dáil Chamber this afternoon. Some might suggest that it was announced to nullify the embarrassment that this government should rightly feel, given that their policy choices determine where public monies go. Whatever the reason, it's welcome for what it is. There will still, however, be 5,700 older people awaiting home care packages to allow them live in their own home and with the necessary additional supports. It seems to me that this morning's announcement was certainly a panic announcement. On a not unrelated matter, today there are 425 of our people lying on trolleys in the corridors of hospitals, many of them older people. On this day in 2017, the figure was 448, in 2016, 397, in 2015, 292, and in 2014, 321. This government is not a government that has a handle on the health service. And that's evidenced by the figures I've just cited. The problems are growing. It has been slow to move on the all-party Sláinte Care initiative. It has picked and chosen what it wants to implement, not wanting to upset certain vested interests. Minister Daly, just 2 days ago, referred to, and I note and welcome that you didn't do it in your address just a few moments ago, but you referred to bed blockers. Now, I regard that as insensitive, and I think the insensitivity of that reference, and I heard it by another member of the Chamber this afternoon, I think it merits rejection. These so-called bed blockers are people. They are our parents or grandparents who deserve dignity and respect and the maintenance of their integrity as they face health challenges in their later years. And these challenges are going to present at some time in all our lives. So I appeal to everyone to show compassion, to show respect, and to cease using this objectionable referencing. I will finish because the time is past. And I want to record that we absolutely support the proposition put forward by Fianna Fáil here this evening. There are other points I would have made, but I asked the Minister in making the choice to put more euros in the pockets of people who have already got sufficient. Take heed, not everyone wants that to be the case. Many Irish people are carers and many, many more care. Caoimhghín.